Hi, and welcome to today's video. What I will be covering is what is a product owner as part of the Agile methodology. I will be covering their key responsibilities as part of their role as a product owner. However, let me give you an initial overview of what a product owner is. So, the product owner within the context of the Agile methodology is a key role responsible for maximizing the value of the product or service. Now, the product owner collaborates with the stakeholders such as the customers, users, and development teams to define and prioritize the product backlog, which I will go into a bit more detail. And that's a dynamic list of features, enhancements, and tasks as part of the project or program or whatever it may be. They work closely with the development team to ensure that the highest priority items are delivered in a timely manner, and the product owner represents the interests of the stakeholders and communicates their requirements, makes informal decisions, and continually adjusts the backlog based on feedback and change the mark and change in the environment, etc. Ultimately, the product owner plays a vital role in guiding the development team's efforts and ensuring the product meets the customer's business goals. Now, one of the key things is that they are uh, the interface between the customer and the bridge between the development team and the Scrum Master as well. And they are also responsible for maximizing the value of delivering the product. So let me go into a bit more detail about their responsibilities. And the first one is really defining and prioritizing the product backlog. Now, the product backlog is a vital tool for the product owner to ensure that the development team focuses on delivering the most valuable feature that is required. However, the product owner is also responsible for defining the product backlog. Now, the backlog is where they work closely with the stakeholders such as customers, users, business representatives, to gather requirements, ideas, and feedback. Um, and that within that role, they determine the priority of the items based on the business value, the customer needs, and the market insight, which creates a list of items which says, okay, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as my top priorities, whatever that might be. And what's that, one of the key things about the product owner is to make sure that they are communicating clearly and collaborating with the stakeholder to make sure that they're getting that backlog of items so the developers can do their work. Now, the next responsibility is really collaborating with stakeholders. Now, product owner is responsible really for gathering the requirements, feedback, and input from various stakeholders. Whoever they may be as part of the project, they need to get that information. Now, the product owner engages with stakeholders through various techniques like interviews, surveys, market research, whatever that might be as part of the organization, meetings, whatever, to get that information. They will facilitate the regular communication and collaborate to ensure a shared understanding of the product vision and goals. There are techniques like user stories, story mapping, and feedback sessions to obtain that information. Nextly is for them to make decisions and provide direction. Now, provide direction, the definition of the development team. Um, so the product owner's authority is making informed decisions about the product. And they work closely with the development teams to define the definition of done and accept completed work. So what is actually the definition of done, so that there is a common understanding across the team. So when something is completed, that we know what that is. Or should I say, definitely when something is done, they know that it's finished. Again, the role for them is to make sure they are providing clear direction, guidance throughout the whole development process, so the team know what to do, when to do, and how to do it to make sure that they're meeting the customer's requirements. Next is ensuring product value and quality. Now, the emphasis here is that the product owner is responsible for delivering a valuable product that meets the customer needs. No point delivering something that doesn't meet the customer needs; it's going to be useless. And they, again, like I said earlier, they just collaborate with and develop with the development team to ensure that they've got high level of quality through continuous testing and feedback. So they do the work, test, has it worked? Maybe not. Go around the cycle again and make sure that you are continuously checking and rechecking as you go along. And again, the key role again here for the product owner is to make sure that they're monitoring and measuring product metrics to drive improvements. Have they delivered things? Are things going the right way? Can we do things better? Whatever that might be is what they need to be doing. The next one they're responsible is really overcoming challenges, but it's probably not responsibility. It's probably just something they need to do. And they've got to make sure that they're collaborating with the development team, handling conflict on priorities. One stakeholder wants this, one stakeholder wants that. How do you decide which is the best? What brings the best best product? What brings the best product or service? So do we work on that item, or do we work on A, B, and C? Whatever order that might be, that is what the product owner must do. Again, they've got to be good negotiators as well. So make sure that they're collaborating with the stakeholders so they can overcome these challenges. And they've got to have collaboration skills. So it's really, really important that they are, a good communicator. And finally, which is probably in my opinion, the most opinion, is that they collaborate with the development team and the Scrum Master. And I should really add stakeholders to that as well. So there's 3 elements where they need to keep that collaboration going on to make sure that the product owner is sending the right message across to the development team and the Scrum Master, so they can all manage their elements as well. So the development team know what work to do, the Scrum Master knows how to manage the stand-ups, etc., the Scrum meetings, to make sure that they're all on the same page and there's no conflict. And again, they need to collaborate and make sure they're aligned to be successful. And again, there's the product owner doesn't work in isolation. There's continuous involvement. They are involved in the sprint planning, the reviews, and the retrospectives as well. So in summary, product owner is one of the 3 roles within the Agile methodology, but they have a key part to play. Like I said, they're there for defining and prioritizing the backlog. They're also making sure that they're collaborating with the stakeholder. They're making decisions and providing direction to the development team, and they're overcoming challenges. And most importantly, they are collaborating with the development team and the Scrum Master, and I would say stakeholders, to make sure that there's good delivery. I hope that was helpful, and thank you for listening.